Hello everyone, welcome you all. Let's start our discussion and solve physics question paper of Mrft 2024. In the first part, we have solved up to question number 65. So in this video, we'll start from question number 66. Okay, so let's start. Question number 66. If L is the orbital angular momentum operator and A is an unit vector, then the commutator A cap dot L vector and L vector is equals. So for this, there is a general relation you should remember. For a constant vector dot product with angular momentum and commutator bracket of any operator A is equals to IH got A vector cross A cap. Okay, so for here A cap dot L vector with L vector will be equals to IH got L cross A vector. Okay. Similarly, you should remember the general relation of commutator bracket of angular momentum. Okay, like Lx is 0. Commutator bracket of Ly equals to IH got Lz. Next, commutator bracket of Lz equals to IH got Lx. There will be cyclic order. Okay, otherwise there will be minus sign like Lx Lz commutator bracket is equals to minus IH got Ly. Similarly, there is commutator relation of X Ly will be IH got Z. Px Ly commutator bracket will be IH got Pz. Okay. So here your correct option is option D. IH got L cross AK. 67. If T is the absolute temperature of a free electron gas, the electronic specific heat at very low temperature is proportional to PQ. Okay, so your correct option is option A. Next, 68. In the Born-Oppenheimer approximation for molecules, the motion of atomic nuclei is neglected in comparison with electronic motion. Okay, so your correct option is option A. Next, 69. The transition frequencies due to hyperfine splitting lie in the radio frequency range. So your correct option is option C. Next, 70. When an atom is placed in an external electric field of magnitude E, the energy shift due to quadratic Stark effect is proportional to E square. Okay, so correct option is option D. 71. Which of the following is used as a predictor in second order Rinch-Kutta method? That is your midpoint rule. Okay, so your correct option is option D. Next, 72. A vector field is solenoidal if its divergence vanishes. Okay, and here remember if curl of a vector field vanishes, then that will be irrotational or A will be conserved. Okay, and when divergence, that is del dot A equals to 0, in that case A will be solenoid. Next, 73. Which of the following statements is not correct? Fermions are described by antisymmetric wave function. This is correct. Bosons are described by symmetric wave function. Okay, bosons are, remember, described by symmetric wave function. So this is not correct. Okay, and Pauli exclusion principle is valid for only for fermions. This is correct. And bosons have integral spin, and we know fermions have half integral spin. Okay, next 74. The kinetic energy of a relativistically moving particle is equal to its rest energy. If c is the speed of light in vacuum, the speed of the particle is. Okay, so here there is an important relation you should remember. Kinetic energy equals to mc square minus m naught c square. Okay, in a relativistic. And here it is given that the kinetic energy is equal to its rest mass energy. That means this is m naught c square. Okay. And in relativity, we know mass m is expressed as m naught by c square square root under 1 minus v square by c square. Okay, so this will be 2 m naught c square. Okay, so from here 1 minus v square by c square is equal to 1 by 2, or 1 minus v square by c square is equal to 1 by 4, and from here v will be root 3 by 2 c. Okay, so here correct option is option B. Next, 75. The Lagrangian and Hamiltonian of a classical dynamical system are N and H respectively. The Poisson's bracket of a generalized coordinate Q with canonically conjugate momentum P is equals to, this is your del H by del Q. Okay. Next, a plane monochromatic electromagnetic wave is incident on the boundary of two different homogeneous media. If E is the electric field, B is the magnetic induction, H is the magnetic intensity, which of the following is correct? So here you have to use the boundary condition, which we know E parallel, E1 parallel will be E2 parallel. So the tangential component of electric field is continuous across the boundary. So this is your correct option. Next, 77. If E is the electric field and B is the magnetic induction in a region, which of the following is invariant under Lorentz transformation? Okay. So this is invariant under Lorentz transformation, that is E square minus C square D square. Next, 78. An electromagnetic wave of angular frequency omega propagates in a rectangular waveguide. The lowest cutoff angular frequency for the TM mode. For TM mode, you should remember it is 1 1. This is, so omega 1 this is your lowest cutoff frequency, and for TE you should remember that is your omega 10 for TE. Next, 79. The semi-empirical mass formula for the binding energy of nuclei is based on the liquid drop model. So correct option is option D. Next, 80. The stripping and pick-up nuclear reactions come under the category of direct reaction. So your correct option is option C. Next, 81. Parity is not conserved in quick reaction. Okay, correct option is option D. Next, 82. In a nuclear fission, the greatest fraction of released energy is carried by the emitted neutrons. Okay, so this will be by emitted neutrons, not by neutrinos, by emitted neutrons. Next, 83. The reaction P plus P gives rise to P plus P plus N is forbidden due to the non-conservation of. Okay, so here you can check the baryon number for proton, it is 1. for proton 1, here 1, 1, 1. Here you can see baryon number is not conserved. Okay. So option A. Which of the following forces are fundamental forces of nature? We know strong, there are four forces: strong, nuclear force, electromagnetic force, then your weak force, then gravitational force. These four are fundamental forces of nature. So you can check the options. This option B is your correct option. Okay. Next, 85. In a superconductor, if the external magnetic field exceeds the critical field, then the zero resistance property is lost and some magnetic flux enters the superconducting material. So your correct option is option B. Next, 86. The Green's function for Laplace equation is 1 by 4 pi into 1 by mod of R1 minus R2. So your correct option is option B. Next, 87. In an ideal Bose gas, if the temperature T is below the temperature of Bose condensation, the specific heat is proportional to e to the power 3 by 2. Okay, so your correct option is option D. Next, 88. In an ideal Fermi gas, if n is the number density of the fermions, the 0 point pressure is proportional to. Okay, so this will be n. Here you should remember to achieve expression like pressure is given by 2 by 3 u by v and u is given by 3 by 5 n ef. So from here you can find that this 0 point pressure is proportional to small m. Okay. Next, 89. In a thermodynamic system, U is the internal energy, H is the enthalpy, F is the Helmholtz free energy, G is the Gibbs free energy. Then which of the option is correct? Okay, so you should remember that F is given by U minus Ts, enthalpy H equals to U plus PV, G equals to F plus PV or H minus Ts. So by using these relations, you should check this option and you will find that this option A is correct. H plus F equals to U plus G. If you put H, or you can put this expression of F, okay, H plus U minus Ts, then you can see H minus Ts will give you G, so G plus U. Okay, so then left hand side will be equals to right hand side. So this option A is correct. Next, 90. In a 10-bit ideal analog to digital converter, the signal to noise ratio is. So you should remember for a analog to digital converter, the signal to noise ratio is given by 6.02 n plus 1.76. N is your number of bit. Okay, so here it is 10. So it will be 60.2 plus 1.76. That will be 61.96 dB. This is in unit of dB. Okay, so your correct option is option A. Next, 91. If a number m is correctly rounded to 6.18 from a given number n, then m minus n less than equals to, this is your 0.005. So correct option is option D. A thermodynamic system undergoes a first order phase transition. The free energy of the system. Okay, so for first order phase transition, we know Gibbs free energy will be constant, but its first derivative will be discontinuous. The first derivative will be discontinuous. So Gibbs free energy is continuous function of temperature, but its first derivative with respect to temperature is discontinuous. Okay. And in second order phase transition, Gibbs energy is continuous, Gibbs first order derivative is continuous, but the second order derivative is discontinuous. Okay. Next, 93. In forfeiting, the temperature from straight line is called non-linearity. Okay, so your correct option is option D. On which of the following does the critical value of a chi-square test depend? That is your degree of freedom. Okay, there is one factor also level of significance. On that also critical value of chi-square test depends. Next, the differential gain of an operational amplifier is 10 to the power 5 and the common mode gain is 0.01. The CMRR ratio is, so CM common mode rejection ratio is given as AD by AC. That is your differential gain by common mode gain. Okay, so differential gain is 10 to the power 5. Common mode gain is 0.01. So this will be equal to 10 to the power 7. Okay, so the correct option is option C. Next, 96. The number of independent components of a second-rate antisymmetric tensor in 4 dimensions. Okay. So for a antisymmetric tensor, you should remember the independent components is given by n into n minus 1 by 2. Here n represents the dimension. As it is 4. So 4 into 3 by 2. So it will be 6. And for symmetric matrix, it will be n into n plus 1 by. Next, 97. Electron spin resonance is not possible the system in which there will be paired electrons. Okay, so here this is your diamagnetic matrix. Okay, and also you should remember electron spin resonance is also known as electron paramagnetic resonance. Next, 98. A particle of mass m moves in a central force field with potential V. If L is the angular momentum, the effective potential is given by potential V plus L square by 2m r square. Okay, so check the option instead. A is your correct option. Next, if a given generalized coordinate, it is cyclic coordinate. Okay, then, so you should remember if a given coordinate q is cyclic, then the momentum corresponds to this coordinate, that is del L by del Q dot H constant. Okay, so the canonically conjugate momentum is a constant of motion. Okay, so this is your correct option for a cyclic coordinate. Next, 100. Which of the following is a pseudoforce? So here from the options, centrifugal force is a pseudoforce. Okay, so we have completed up to question number 100. I think this will definitely help you in your exam preparation. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.